Hello, my name is Ana Pamela Armas Gonzalez. I am 17 years old and I am cursing 5th semester. This is an activity for my contemporary world class, so today I'll be talking to you about the Cold War and some important information about events and life in that period of time. The Cold War was a political, economic, social, military, and even informative confrontation that started after the Second World War between the so-called Western Bloc, Western capitalists, led by the United States, and the Eastern Bloc, Eastern communists, led by the Soviet Union. Its origin is usually placed between the 1945 during the post-war tensions and 1985 the beginning of perestroika. It was a conflict between two countries because of the differences that both had about which model of government should lead on the planet. And even the fact it was considered as a conflict between two countries, there was never exchange between firearms and or bombs. We can say that neither of the two blocs ever took direct actions against the other one, and thanks to this is why it's known as Cold War. So basically, the principal factors were the economic and political disagreements between these two world powers. One of them proposed that everybody should own the same things and have the same goods no matter what you work at or who you were. And the other one proposed that we are all different and we all deserve what we have worked for, basically justice. The capitalism is an order or economic and social system derived from the usufruct or private property of the capital as a production tool. In capitalism, individuals and companies, usually represented by the ones mentioned before, carry out the production of goods and services in private and independent ways, and so depending on the consumer's market to obtain the resources. Some of the exposers of capitalism are Karl Marx, Adam Smith, John Locke, David Ricardo, and Thomas Malthus. The socialism is a social and economic system characterized because of having to control by society. According to Rai, socialism is defined as the system of social and economic organization based on collective or state ownership and administration of the means of production and distribution of goods. Some of the proposers of the socialism are Henry de Beauvoir, Charles Fourier, Louis Blanc, and Pierre-Joseph Proudhon. After the Second World War, the economic, social, and political situation in Europe was a chaos. They were trying to recover the revolt, the stability in the countries. But there were two world powers with different opinions that caused struggles in Europe. It became evident that Europe was trapped and divided between two great spheres of influence. On one side, the Western powers, mainly the United States, and the communist Soviet power on the other. I think that the countries were trying to put some order in everything, but at the same time, they were confused because of the ending of the Second World War and all the consequences of this one.